Philippines of Batangas in Batangas City, live from the Batangas City Coliseum. Great food, great views, and great basketball action. We just saw a great first game between Makati Manila Kingpin and the Mindoro Tams. And you see here, Pasig and Batangas City, Levy Hernandez leading his squad, trying to go for 2-0 dito. Pasig versus Batangas City, Embassy Chill dito sa ating second game ng 2022 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Javi Palanya. Together with me, my analyst for tonight, Coach JV Gayoso. Coach, what a first game that we just witnessed. Up and down basketball between both teams, searching for their first win, and Makati just ending up on top despite an anomaly on the stat sheet.
Oo nga, anomaly. True to what you said, because we never expected who would come out the winner till the very end. Very surprisingly for me was Makati because of all that occurred prior to the last part of that ball game.
That's very true. And yun nga, on this second game, we have a debuting team in Pasig. You see here them in different threads, wearing the blue, white, and black. And you see the roster that they will be parading in this regular season. June Manzo from the UP Fighting Maroons giving much depth to their backcourt spot. Ryan Costello, Tyron Chan, former Gilas Pilipinas stalwart in the first iteration, itong si Jason Ballesteros. Jason Melano played for Batangas in previous seasons of the Mpbl. Carlo Lastimosa, former PBA player. Alvin Baichong, Aldeo Lucero, Tristan Medina, Van Peña, Lester Tamayo, and Robbie Manalang rounding up the roster para dito kay Coach Bong de la Cruz.
I like the combination of Pasig. They have hard workers and they've got stars who could score. Let's see how they will play on their very first game.
And dako naman tayo sa kabilang panig. Let's talk about the home team. Batangas City, Embassy Chill. They won their first game dito sa 2022 regular season ng Mpbl, and by a large margin at that. 76-56 to 57 was the score. You see here, Coach, despite the low field goal percentage by Embassy Chill, they were still able to erect a big margin and end up with a big victory against the Imo City Bandera.
Oo nga, in that game, I covered that game. Batangas City just dominated Imos. They took advantage of the lack of preparation probably of Imos. Marami sa kanila pagod sa larong iyon. Makita natin second chance opportunities. Not that much bench scoring, 42 kasi maraming nakapaglaro because nga napakalaki ng margin sa larong iyon. And that's basically good for this team because it's nice to have everybody prepared for the coming games, especially if your bench gets to play longer.
And Batangas really aggressive in that game. A lot of free throws compared dun sa Imo City Bandera. But meanwhile, let's introduce the third member of our broadcast panel, Miss Sheila Salaysay. Sheila, what do you have for us?
Yes, Happy. Meron ng mga storya sa inyo pero maya-maya na yan, unti-unti na napupuno. Eto nga, Batangas City Coliseum. This is the second time that Batangas team will be playing on their home court with a debut against Pasig. So, mamaya na yan. Now, let me turn you over to our Coliseum announcer, Tom Puliano, for the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we are still here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum, coming to you live by 1PH as we continue our main game for the Mpbl 2022 regular season. It's the Pasig team going up against your Batangas City Embassy Chill. And now let's call out the starters. First up, for Team Pasig. At point guard, number 4, Ryan Costello. Shooting guard, number 13, June Manso. At power forward, number 16, Jason Melano. Playing center, number 5, Alvin Baichon. And at small forward, number 29, Carlo Lastimosa. Head coach for Pasig is Bong de la Cruz. And now, here are the starters for your Batangas City Embassy Chill. Point guard number 5, Joshua Gonzalez. And center guard number 22, Levi Hernandez. And small forward number 18, Ralph Olivares. Power forward number 24, Mark Cruz. And at center number 20, John Mpbl. Head coach for Batangas is Cholo Villanueva. Officials for the ball game are Donald Bellas, Ray Gabriel, and
Starters here for both squads. Sa manig ng Pasig, Ryan Costello, June Manzo rounding up the backcourt. Alvin Baichong, the man in the middle. Former Batangas player Jason Milano starting this game, and Carlo Lastimosa in the forward spots para dito sa Pasig. Samantalang Olivares, Hernandez, Mark Cruz, King Ambuluto, and Joshua Gonzalez for Coach Cholo Villanueva starting this game. Batangas looking to go 2-0 in Pasig, debuting dito sa 2022 regular season ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Costello called for a foul. Makikita natin Joshua Gonzalez having a size advantage. Let's see how they make use of this mismatch.
That's right, tall point guard right here starting for Coach Cholo Villanueva in Joshua Gonzalez. Levi Fernandez airballs the 3 from straight away. Olivares misses on the recycle. Lastimosa, no advantages there, but still pulls up for the jumper. Doesn't get the bounce. Batangas. Gonzalez swings it to Mark Cruz. Dribble drive, hands it off to Hernandez. Ambuluto looking for Olivares, and that is an offensive foul, a moving screen called on Joshua Gonzalez.
I like the way Joshua Gonzalez is putting himself down low, seeing that he has that advantage. Great call by his coach, Coach Cholo.
Score is still 0-0 here as we start our ball game. No teams yet on the scoreboard. Carlo Lastimosa finds Costello off the curl. Costello trying to look for Alvin Baichong down low, but a foul will be called inside the paint. Our referees for this ball game, Donald Belnas, Ray Gabriel, Jack Stronquillo, and Rodel Brilla.
Habi napapansin ko, Baichong napakalaking tao, but what's nice about him, he knows how to use his heft. He positions himself, talagang locking his man, forcing a foul to be called.
Lastimosa attempts from the left wing. He's now 0 out of 2. And Baichong, she's really trying to get those extra possessions para dito kay Coach Bong de la Cruz. And Coach, you mentioned that he knows how to use his body. Hindi lang yun ang kaya niyang gawin. This guy can also hit it from the outside.
Oh, he baits the foul from the thinner guys he's pushing against. Talagang pumapabor sa kanya kada gamit niya ng katawan niya.
Milano gets his team on the scoreboard, and the first squad up 3-0 right now para sa Pasig. Hernandez to Mark Cruz. Cruz to Ambuluto. Levi Hernandez, one of the guys who have a lot of experience in using that here to lead his team. Gets his team on the board as well. Scores 3-2, still in favor of Pasig.
Levi Hernandez, when he's so composed on offense, he knows that he can score. It's just a matter of picking the right time to launch that shot. Here we see
Carlo Lastimosa kicking it out to Jason Milano, who was free on the relocation up top. And here, Levi Hernandez stepping back to create separation from Alvin Baichong. And Carlo Lastimosa just really smooth for the former Arellano University chief. Olivares, tumatakbo. And Pasig thought that they were able to force a turnover. However, our referees calling a foul at the last moment. Possession will stay with Batangas.
If I'm not mistaken, Olivares, one of these players talaga, journeyman dito sa Mpbl. He's been to so many teams. And still, wherever he goes, highly noticeable talaga that he has talent, he can score, and he can create problems even if he doesn't score para sa kalaban.
Well, this guy can definitely score. Levy Hernandez, back-to-back baskets for number 22. 5-2 is the score. 7:34 remaining dito sa unang yugto ng ating pangalawang laro dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Jason Milano trying to spin his way to the basket. Misses at that point. Rudy Linganay, early substitution. Linganay goes to Ambuluto. Ambuluto thinking of three. Mark Cruz gives a screen to Linganay. Olivares, the former UE Red Warrior, hoists it up from three despite the defense in his face. Good defense, but better offense by Ralph Olivares.
And this is what I saw on the first game that Batangas played. Many scorers in this team. And a lot of them can shoot that ball despite having a hand in their face.
Coach, you mentioned that Ralph Olivares, he's been a journeyman in this league, been to a lot of teams, played for a lot of squads. But the reason why a lot of coaches like to have them on their teams is because not only can he contribute on the offensive end of the ball, he can also affect the ball on the defensive side because of his length.
So true, so true. A lot of mismatches are created with his presence there. If you don't double team him, he can score penetrating or shooting from the outside. Ito makikita natin with the hand in his face, it means really nothing for a scorer like Olivares.
You know, the height that he had over there against the smaller June Manzo made it easier for him to knock down the shot despite the defense. And here he is once again against Jason Milano this time. Ambuluto trying to hand it off to Linganay. Costello, will he end up with a turnover?
4 seconds in the shot clock.
But Lastimosa able to get the steal. Floater is short. Olivares trying to get the rebound for his team. But possession will stay with the boys of Coach Bong de la Cruz.
Frustration in the face of Carlo Lastimosa. Alam mo, maganda yung ginawa niya. Hinarang niya yung defender to get a good shot. But we noticed even from the warm-up, wala pa sa 100% condition itong si Carlo Lastimosa.
And as you all remember, Carlo Lastimosa coming from the Manila Stars, this time taking his talents to Coach Bong de la Cruz in Pasig. King Ambuluto finding himself wide open underneath. Excellent pass from another lefty, Rudy Linganay. Just a lot of veteran players on both sides of the team.
Veteran big players who know where to position themselves. Open yung ilalim, open right under, and that's where the big men should be running rather than spreading themselves to take three-point shots.
Jason Milano, two-man game with his fellow big Alvin Baichong. Don't you just love it, Coach, when two big men are able to create synergy with themselves inside and outside?
Oo nga, dun mo makikita na nagko-communicate talaga sila and they're helping each other to be effective. And that's teamwork at its finest.
Expect a dogfight really in this game. No look pass by Rudy Linganay, and medyo nag-alangan pa doon si King Ambuluto, but the defense of Pasig not able to react right away. And Ambuluto getting the score underneath.
Walang lamang kasi right now ng big men ng Batangas is that they can outrun Baichong. And that's what Baichong needs to do, is really run back down on defense. But in this situation, he can position himself, again baiting a foul against Ambuluto.
But before that foul call, Carlo Lastimosa once again attempting another basket. 0 out of 3 na for the former Manila Star. And we all know how Carlo Lastimosa can light it up all of a sudden, Coach. So Batangas, and I'm sure Coach Solo Villanueva is very wary about the scoring talent and the scoring prowess that Carlo Lastimosa brings to the table.
Siguro papunta pa lang dito from Manila or a few days ago, pinag-aralan na nila, alam na nila, Carlo Lastimosa, we stop him, may pag-asa, manalo ang Batangas.
And there is also much burden to be held by Carlo Lastimosa. But before we go to that point, let's go to Ms. Sheila Salaysay with a report from courtside.
have been playing as a team for 3 to 4 months. Chemistry is not an issue for Batangas City. Though Coach Cholo Villanueva got his core players from his previous team like Seth Blasa, Dexter Ampinan, and Rudy Linganay with additions of Levi Hernandez and John Apoluto, he thinks they still don't have much talent. Nakaharap na nilang Pasig sa ibang liga pero hindi dapat sila maging kampante. A few of his reminders to his team for tonight's game: play their brand of basketball, aggressive defense and offense, and work collectively as no one player can win the game. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Sheila, for that report. And
Thank you,
you're
Sheila.
very right. These teams are no strangers to each other, having faced each other in various leagues across the country. So really, I'm sure both coaches have been preparing for each other for quite some time.
That's true, no? But despite what the coaches do, it's really how the players react. Game-to-game situation yan, you want to do your best. You want to show the people you can score, but at the end of the day, you have to win as a team. Play cohesive basketball.
And going back to my coach earlier before we went to Sheila at courtside, much burden is found here on the shoulders of Carlo Lastimosa, especially on the offensive side of the basketball, because Pasig lost key offensive players in Joshua Nimes and Jeric Teng.
Yes, that's so true. Any coach would expect Carlo Lastimosa to score 20 points. But sa kagandahan nito, Milano has stepped up, scoring for his team at the moment.
And another interesting storyline to this game, Coach, is Dexter Apinan and Cedric Ablaza and Rudy Linganay are former players of Coach Bong de la Cruz here with Pasig in different leagues.
Yes, totoo nga yun. Napakaganda naman that you play against your former coach. I always had a hard time playing against my former coach. Parang ang hirap na after you learn so much from that specific coach and then you go against him using the training and the knowledge that you acquired, parang ang hirap. But totally grateful naman ako sa opportunities na naharap ko. I'm sure ganun din sa kanila.
And yun lang talaga yung nakakatuwa. As we see there, the 3-point field goal story, 3 out of 4 already for Batangas City Embassy Chill. Meanwhile, 0 para dito sa Pasig. Olivares driving into the lane, spinning, comes up short. Tyrone Chan with the rebound. Yun nga yung kagandahan dito sa mundo ng basketball, Coach. Napakaliit lang eh. There will be times that you will be playing with former opponents, playing with former adversaries, and that's just really wonderful because you will learn new things from these guys.
Oo nga, sa panahon ngayon, ang daming liga. Once Mpbl ends, they move to other leagues, and that's the reason why they get the chance to play for and against each other.
And ball goes out of bounds right there, but possession will stay dito sa Batangas City Embassy Chill. Meanwhile, substitutions on the floor for both squads. MJ De La Virgen, Cedric Ablaza, JC Asuncion, Judric Baloria in the Dexter Apinan platoon substitution para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva, former coach of the Makati Super Crunch. And now, with Batangas, Judric Baloria misses on his first try from the outside. That is short. Score is 15-10, 2:34 remaining dito sa unang yugto ng ating pangalawang laro dito sa Mpbl 2022 regular season.
Pushing foul called.
And because Batangas is already over the limit, Deo Lucero will be our guest at the charity stripe. Itong si Deo Lucero, a jewel, if you would say, found by Boss Buddy Encarnado in Mindanao. This guy is, I believe, only 21 or 20 years old, but has really shown a lot of potential, a lot of talent, and sobrang tapang nitong batang to. I've covered him in different leagues. He is not afraid to mix it up with the grizzled veterans dito sa MPBL.
Nakakatuwa naman pag may makita tayong mga talent na ganyan at binibigyan ng pagkakataon mag-perform in this kind of an arena, this kind of platform sa MPBL. Yan ang kagandahan ng MPBL, talagang liga ng mga tagong magagaling.
That's right. And as we all know, ang MPBL ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And again guys, if you are in the vicinity of the Batangas City Coliseum, please troop to the venue and catch exciting action here between Pasig and your home team, Batangas City Embassy Chill. Also, we would like to say hi to our fans who are watching on Signal Play and on the 1PH channel and on the Facebook page of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Score is 15-11. Almost 2 minutes remaining. We see here a replay on the previous sequence. June Manzo getting a screen. Galing dito sa kanyang big man si Lester Tamayo.
Well, he was actually moving, no, but not much contact was created. Call made by the ref. Questionable from the coaches of Pasig, definitely.
And questionable also was that shot by Dexter Apinan. Not really his cup of tea to hoist it up from the outside. We know Dexter Apinan to be your point forward, you know, slashing inside, creating plays for his teammates as Jason Milano drives into the lane and fishes for a foul. Nag-rattle out nga lang yung kanyang tira, but still 2 shots will be made by Mr. Milano.
Napakahirap palpalin because he has that ability to move and control his arm. No choice but a foul by Ablasa.
Just trickled out at the last moment, no? But excellent body control right there by Jason Milano, able to elude the defense. Makes his first shot. And at this point, we would like to say hi to Coach Willie Chan, who is in charge of our stats. Thank you, Coach Willie, for your service dito sa Mpbl.
Salamat, Coach.
JC Asuncion taking point guard duties para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva on this one. Dexter Apinan trying to find De La Virgen. 2-man game with Cedric Ablaza, but the pressure defense of Tyrone Chan and Ryan Costello forcing a turnover, giving a chance for the white shirts to tie this game or get the lead with a 3-point shot. Lucero finds Lastimosa way out of the 3-point area. Back to Lucero. Lucero driving inside. Tamayo, offensive rebound. That is bothered by Apinan. Embassy Chill, nagmamadali. De La Virgen loses the ball momentarily. It ends up with Ablaza. A foul will be called on Tyrone Chan.
I'm actually trying to figure out if it's good defense or terrible offense. But it's the great defense that's making both offensive teams having a difficult time to score.
And you go know, Coach, that both teams are loaded with a lot of offensive firepower and just the wealth of experience that they have performing at various levels of basketball here in the Philippines. And wow! What a block right there by Jong Baloria. Meet me at top. And just like what I said earlier, Coach, this Lucero guy, he's not afraid of anybody.
Not afraid of anybody, and he'll attack at will. Like his attitude. I like his attitude. Pero yun nga, makita natin ang defense ng dalawang koponan. On both ends, napakaganda.
Just very intense basketball by both teams. Coach Bong de la Cruz is on our floor. Medyo tinatry siya awatin ni Coach Ogie Gumatay right here. But he was complaining that there was a foul. And in our replay, it looks like John Baloria got a little bit of arm. But our referee is deciding to not call that foul. And our security stepping in to create some sort of order dito sa ating sahig. Our referee is looking at the replay to decide what calls are to be made. 40 seconds remaining dito sa ating first quarter.
Alam mo, Javi, dito sa teritoryo ng Batangas, alam ng maraming teams na when Batangas plays, they play hard and they want to take full control of their home court. Pasig is not gonna allow that to happen, and you can see how aggressive they are. And they're playing tough basketball itong Pasig. Hindi nga natin makikita masyado dito sa laro, but sa laro on TV, but live, nakikita natin yung mga banggaan na napakasarap panoorin. Lalo na pag live tayo manood.
Just as you were saying that, Coach, we saw on camera Jong Valoria and Deo Lucero patching things up.
Yes.
And Coach, basketball is a fraternity, no? We were, despite being opponents on the floor, off the court, magkakaibigan tayo lahat eh.
Tama ka dun, Javi.
And Pasig failing to capitalize on that offensive possession. Batangas ending up with a leather once again. And boy, Coach, kanina, maingay na yung crowd and it's even noisier now that the home team is playing.
Oo nga, totoo dun. Lucero called for a pushing foul while the man was down.
Both teams over the limit at this point. 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Batangas is up by one possession, 15-13. MJ De La Virgen missing on his first free throw. Itong si MJ De La Virgen from the Jose Rizal University program, a known gunner during his college days. And I'm sure Coach Cholo Villanueva also looking to him to put on the offense for his squad. Costello. 8-second difference sa ating shot clock. Pasig missing an opportunity right there. Jong Valoria nagmamadali. Finds Asuncion on the left corner. That is short. Asuncion taps the ball to Ablaza, who finds De La Virgen on the right side. Short once again. 6 seconds remaining. De La Virgen, second try. Makes it this time.
Never giving up on the play, Javi. Alam mo, Jong Valoria has to be mentioned in several plays, stealing the rebound on defense and then tapping that ball on offense to a teammate.
And we know Jong Valoria to be really a great scorer, but in this quarter has been affecting a lot of those 50-50 balls to go onto his side. Jason Milano driving into the lane. Great two-man game between him and his fellow big man Alvin Baichong. He has been the top scorer in this first quarter for Pasig. However, Ralph Olivares and the rest of the Batangas City Embassy Chill able to pile on the points on their end to hold a 5-point advantage to end the first chapter of this second game ng ating 2022 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Hold on, we will be right back after these messages.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl!
Eksklusibo! Mainit-init na discount extended ngayong Mayo. Sa Satellite, 200 pesos off ang makukuha mo. Dahil ang Satellite Kit, 990 pesos na lang. Plus, may buy one take 2 months preload ka pa. Saan ka ba? Dito ka na sa abot kaya ang saya. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Punta na sa nearest dealer o tumawag sa sumusunod. Itodo na ang saya with Satellite!
Beat the heat with super loaded deals from Signal. Earn a 300 cashback when you get a Signal postpaid plan. Or get 300 pesos discount on our Signal prepaid HD kit. Now for only 1,690 pesos. Enjoy up to 130 TV channels and extend the viewing experience with the Signal Play app. Now that's super! Subscribe today. Visit your nearest Signal store or call us at 888-5555.
And we are back here dito sa Batangas City Coliseum covering the second game of the 2022 regular season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Javi Palanya together with Coach JV Gayoso and Mishira Salaysay working the sidelines. We are bringing you the action dito. Pasig versus Batangas City Embassy Chill. Batangas holding a 5-point advantage at the start of our second period.
Happy here we have some stats, no? Field goal percentage, 4 of 19 sa Pasig, Batangas 7 of 20. Ang free throws natin, 5 of 8. Lamang ang Pasig, 1 of 1. 50% lang para sa Batangas. Oh, physical play.
We saw their Jexter Apinan trying to drive to the basket. And from my vantage point, there seemed to be an extension of the arm para dito kay Apinan. which forced Costello to go down onto the floor. However, our referee is deciding to call a blocking foul on Ryan Costello.
Well, Costello actually also hit the man with the ball. If he just stood in front of Apinan, maybe he would have gotten a favorable call from the refs.
Turnover here forced by Pasig. Carlo Lastimosa will settle down his troops. Rescreen by Tyrone Chan. There is a blitz by Batangas. Chan finds Costello on the corner to Manzo. Milano, he hit a 3 from earlier. Manzo looking at the shot clock. 4 seconds left. 3, 2. That floater is short. And you know, June Manzo is known for these floaters.
Yes, but great defense, great interior defense by Batangas. Nobody's allowed to penetrate for Pasig, and they're really shutting down those open spaces inside.
And Dexter Apinan, a little Carson cross right there, going to his strong side and finishing despite the contact. Now has a chance for an N1 opportunity. You know, Coach, it really puzzles me to this day. I've covered Dexter Apinan in numerous games, but it really puzzles me that he's still able to get his baskets despite everybody knowing that he's always going to go left.
Gonna go left, but he's shifty. The way he dribbles the ball, it's unpredictable. You're really forced to move with what he gives you, and then he just tricks you by going left when you least expect it, even if you do expect that lefty to come.
And despite his lean frame, Coach, he's able to absorb contact and finish despite that.
Oo nga, yan ang nadadala na ng experience.
Valoria nahirapan dun sa corner. De La Virgen is able to save it. Stacey Asuncion, that is short. Valoria able to come up with the offensive rebound with the shot clock winding down, and Coach Bong de la Cruz has seen enough. This is the biggest lead that Batangas City Embassy Chill has had in this game.
And this is just smart basketball by a guy who constantly moves without the ball. He understands he has to rebound. Jong Valoria has been doing this time and time again for many years.
Jong Valoria able to put his squad ahead by 9 points, 22-13. We will be right back, Mpbl fans. We will be right back.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mpbl na. Mpbl na.
No reason to miss out on movie nights or your favorite weekly series when you link your Signal account on Signal Play. Just log in to signalplay.com, enter your Signal prepaid or postpaid account, and unlock the same awesome content right on your mobile device. Tara sa Signal Play. Link your account and get a free premium. Available to active postpaid plans $520 and up, and prepaid loads $500 and up.
I think it's important that they have good defensive pressure.
Again, it's a mystery on how to block this left-handed opposite spiker.
110 kilograms.
6'5" hitter. Yes. Laban Pilipinas!
And we are back here dito sa Batangas City Coliseum as you see Coach Kenneth Doremdes and the Destroyer, Rudy Destrito, part of the brain trust nitong Maharlikang Pilipinas Basketball League. And just a lot of people trooping into the venue, watching their home team, the Batangas City Embassy Chill, who are now up by 9 points, 22-13. Ryan Costello trying to change that, but Apinan coloring the defensive rebound. Cedric Ablaza once again 3 underneath. Similar play this time. It was De La Virgen to Ablaza.
Maganda na makikita natin ang big men tumatakbo sa loob. Ang Buluto did that earlier when he was in. But time and time again, inuunahan nila ang big men ng Pasig.
And Carlo Simosa able to hit his first 3-point shot. But we now turn you over back to Ms. Sheila Salaysay for a courtside update.
Yes, losing some key players. Jeric Teng and Josan Nibas. Coach Bong de la Cruz realizes the need for adjustments. Kaya naman dinagdag sa kanilang rosters na Carlo Lastimosa, June Manso. But during the huddle, Coach Bong mentioned that their problems are rebound and backs up. Kaya naman they need to focus on helping each other out when it comes to defense. And don't forget that sharing is caring. Back to you.
Thank you for that report, Sheila. That's
Thank
right.
you, Sheila.
Sharing is caring, and we see here the assist numbers between both teams. 6 assists for Batangas City, Embassy Chill, and just 2 for Pasig. So really, the lack of ball movements here, very evident. But Ryan Costello proving me wrong on that point. Kicking it out to Jason Milano, who hits his second 3-pointer of the ball game.
Sharing is caring. 11 points for Milano. The more you give, the more you'll receive. And that's the nice thing about passing that ball. But John Beloria just told me to shut up and call his game.
Well, John Baloria hasn't really been doing well on the scoring end, but he has been rebounding well para dito kay Coach Cholo Villanueva, leading his team with 4 boards. You see here the 3-point field goal story between two teams. 4 out of 10 para dito sa Batangas and 2 out of 8 for Pasig.
Yung makita, John Baloria having the unenviable task to guard Carlo Lastimosa. Tinirahan siya ng 3 earlier ni Carlo, bumawi siya. Now, on defense, he played great defense. Makikita natin. Oh, that's Milano taking the 3.
And Coach, as you were saying, itong si Baloria, unenviable task of guarding ito si Carlo Lastimosa. But still able also, let's not forget, this guy is also a very reliable gunner on the offensive end.
Yes, and he's doing a lot of things. Tapping the ball to his teammate, cutting, moving without the ball, getting second chances for his team, and playing tough, gritty, face-to-face defense against a known scorer in Lastimosa.
So grabe talaga the great magnitude of the impact that John Baloria brings to his squad. Not just on offense, not just on defense, but also the intangibles that you don't see on the box scores. Ablaza. Oh, called for steps right there.
I remember doing that back in the day, and I'd always tell the ref, hindi ko naman sinasadya eh. I mean, once in a while, give me a break.
Bench points right here, 12-1 in favor of Batangas City, Embassy Chill. And that just explains to you the depth in the chemistry also that Batangas has over Pasig.
And napakaganda dito for Coach Cholo is that he relies on so many players to maintain a high level of basketball play. And with 2 or 3 units that he can put in sa ball game, napakasarap maging coach ng ganyang klaseng team.
And yan nga, Coach, when you play that brand of basketball, pressure defense, high-octane offense, you really need your players to give 100% every time. That is why you need to have depth at your disposal dun sa roster mo.
Yes, that's so true, Avi.
Milano trying to post up Apinan. Blocked right there. Possession will stay with the white shirts. And so far, Jason Milano, the only bright spot, especially in offense here para dito sa Pasig. He has 11 points, but the next guy backing him up is Alvin Baichong and Carlo Lastimosa of 3 apiece. Jexter Apinan, 2-on-1 break. No problem right there for the former JRU Heavy Bomber.
Well, you pointed out Milano. Milano is very tough to guard. And the matchups, the mismatches that he creates is very tough to adjust because he's tall, he's quick, he can dribble, he can take the 3. So it's really tough to match up, and that's the reason why he sticks out like a sore thumb, doing great things for Pasig.
Alvin Baichong finding himself open from the outside, but before that we see here this replay on that 2-on-1 break. Ryan Costello trying to fly high and prevent that opportunity, but Jexter Apinan no problem. And here Alvin Baichong up fake, putting the ball on the floor, getting the end one opportunity.
Baichong scoring, no, despite being fouled hard. But sadly to say, I wanted to point out the reason why Apinan can run, because he knows Baichong can't catch him, and that's why Apinan is really taking advantage of his quickness against Baichong.
I'm sure, you know, both coaches really playing the chess game in finding out how to solve or how to take advantage of these matchups that they have on the floor. with regards to their roster makeup. Battle for possession right there, but our referees pointing possession to the blue shirts. Batangas City Embassy Chill in the light and blue thread, samantalang itong Pasig in white, blue, and black. Apinan trying to get an interior pass to Mark Cruz, but Pasig ending up with a steal. Lucero fearlessly driving to the hole and nobody stopping him at the last moment.
Oo nga, mga teammates actually picked each other off, allowing Lucero for that easy basket.
Mark Cruz airballing that three-pointer. That's not usually the shot that Coach Solo would like to see Mark Cruz taking.
Yeah, that's true. Bihira naman siya mag-airball ng gano'n. Ito makikita natin, Lucero going straight to the basket. Suddenly bumukas ang pinto. Some stats here, 25 rebounds compared to 15 in favor of Batangas. Turnovers, siyam na sa Batangas. 3 points of turnovers, 6 points na lamang ang Pasig.
And Coach, Batangas, despite having the 5-point lead, already has 10 turnovers, but Pasig turning it over on this opportunity, and another fast break opportunity for Batangas, and they capitalize once again. Mark Cruz punctualizing that one.
You know, Javi, papakita ko lang. Lucero, being a nice kid that he is from the outskirts of Mindoro, you were mentioning, he made an error and he kept apologizing to everyone. Errors will make you become a better player. Embrace it, just do better later on. One apology, once you make that one apology, that's enough. No need to apologize to the world.
And with the shot clock trickling down, Carlo Lastimosa finally gets on the board right here for Pasig. Lastimosa, back-to-back baskets for the former CSB Blazer. And just like that, the lead is down to 3, 31-28, courtesy of back-to-back baskets by Carlo Lastimosa.
Great outlet pass by Lucero. Just enough for Carlo to get that ball. Here we see his penetration, Carlo Lastimosa. And step back. 2.
No problem right there as the shot clock was winding down. And Carlo Lastimosa beginning to get into the groove right here. Huwag kayo mag-aalis mga kaibigan. We will be back. The score is 31-28.
Face mask and observe in the middle.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl!
And we are back here at the Batangas City Coliseum. As you see here, one of the Semirad brothers supporting itong Pasig team. They are going up against the home team, the Batangas City Embassy Chill, playing in front of their home crowd here. They are still up 31-28 at the resumption of action. Levi Hernandez driving baseline, meeting Jason Ballesteros. But an offensive foul is called. Instant impact right away para dito kay Jason Ballesteros.
Levi Hernandez really asking why that call was made. I would have just let that go.
Lucero, wow, how fast is this guy? Carlo Lastimosa short on that three-point try, trying to catch that basketball as it sails out of bounds. But the ball will go back to Coach Cholo Villanueva and his boys 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Joshua Gonzalez back at the controls. Our referees blowing the whistle. Looks like there is some extra curricular action away from the ball. And Coach Cholo Villanueva is just furious right now, shouting at referee Bernas. So I wonder what the call will be here.
I'm trying to check out the action for game to stop and no call made. It must be explained so that our viewers as well would understand.
Assistant Coach J.R. Aquino for using profane language.
And we heard it from our Coliseum marker, Top Juliano. A technical foul was called not on Coach Cholo Villanueva, but on his assistant coach, his former teammate in La Salle, Coach J.R. Aquino, for using profane language. And for that, Carlo Lastimosa will head to the line for the technical free throw. Ooh, very uncharacteristic of Mr. Lastimosa to miss from the line. Usually, a pretty good free throw shooter itong si Carlo. A missed opportunity right there for Pasig to trim down this 3-point advantage. Gonzalez to Hernandez. Back to Gonzalez. 2-3 zone here by Pasig. Hernandez driving once again against Jason Ballesteros. Just really fearless. Going up against the 6'7" Beanpole. On the other end, it was an offensive foul, but this time a defensive foul called on Ballesteros.
Nice defense now being implemented by Pasig. It's like it's an extension of a zone, and then everybody just clogs the middle, forcing Batangas to stop shooting from the outside and finding a way to penetrate. This time, Ballesteros has called for a foul. Hernandez using his experience to get that call.
And a split at the line for Levy Hernandez. 4-point lead para dito sa Batangas. 32-28 is the score.
2 minutes.
Milano up top. Lucero trying to hop step into the middle. The possession will stay with Pasig.
Well, Milano had an attempt. I don't know why he hesitated.
And to think, Coach, he's already made 2 shots from that area. You would think that he would not hesitate to hit that shot. And Pasig will take this time out. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Mpbl na Mpbl.
Over the Mindoro Tams. Batangas on the run here. They don't have the numbers. Turnover story 13-4. But Batangas still up by 4 points. Offensive rebound. And possession stays with the light blue shirts.
They should check that ring. A lot of scorers made an attempt and missed. Some close point blank range, some from the outside, and they just missed.
And coach, not just in this game, even in the first game.
Yes.
A botch opportunity right there for Batangas City. And double black eye for them because a foul was called on Levy Hernandez. That is their third team foul.
Alam mo, Happy, may mga gabi talaga na ganun eh. Some nights, you just throw that ball, it goes in. And some nights, easy baskets, easy layups. Tutok barok na, miss pa din.
Alam naman natin yung sinasabi ng mga tao, bilog ang bola. It can always go either way as the Simosa ends up with another basket. 9 points in the game. Gonzalez nagtitimon dito para sa Batangas. Olivares on the left wing. Drives middle. But is met by Ballesteros at top. And that is one of the specialties of the house for Mr. Ballesteros, shot blocking.
Ballesteros deserves this a replay on that great block.
But you see here that basket by Lastimosa leaning in for that banker. But Ballesteros blocking that shot of Ralph Olivares to force a possession on their side. Manzo at the controls. High screen and roll action. Ambuluto switches on him. Crossover by June. Half spin, turnaround jumper is good. And we are now tied, ladies and gentlemen, at 32 apiece.
32 apiece. Great move there, committing the defender to leave and react to your offense. He spins around and scores.
Levy Hernandez missing once again. Lucero is pushing the pace. They don't have numbers, but he will take it anyway. No problem by Deo Lucero.
And he sticks his tongue out after the shot.
Grabe talaga yung spunk nitong bata na to. Sobrang tapang, walang takot. Another turnover here forced by Pasig. Carlo Lastimosa, dipsy-do, just misses right there. But Lucero ending up with the offensive rebound, but time has expired dito sa ating first half.
Lucero makes the shot, goes back down on defense, stops the ball to his teammate, and goes for an offensive rebound. Nawalan lang ng oras for a second chance opportunity. Great hustle by Lucero.
And you see here, Carlo Lastimosa kicking it out to Jason Milano, who has really been fiery on offense para dito kay Coach Bong de la Cruz. 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists for the former Batangas City player. And Coach, not only has been the turnovers piling on para dito sa Batangas, it has also been the rebounds that have been going their way. But they are down at this point, 32 to 34.
Pasig has found a way to score against Batangas, and they're taking advantage of that opportunity. But before I continue, let's go to Sheila with Milano.
Yes, thank you, Coach JV. Kasama ko nga dito from Pasig, Jason Milano. Jason, natapos yung first half na medyo down ng team nyo. Pero going to the tapos ng second quarter, nakabawi kayo. At ngayon, lumang pa. Anong nangyari?
Siguro yung defense namin, na maganda yung naging defense namin. Nakastop kami na maganda. Siguro yung communication rin namin nandun.
Paano nyo masusustain to going to the second half?
Ano?
Paano masusustain?
Siguro yung energy namin, triple pa namin yung energy namin, yung defense namin, yung nagsasalita kami sa loob. Ayun, tuloy lang namin para masustain namin tong lamang namin.
Maraming salamat, Jason Milano from Pasig. Third and fourth quarter sa pagbabalik ng OKBet Harlica Pilipinas Basketball League 2022.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na Mpbl.
mula dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Kayo pa din ay nanonood ng Okay Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2022. At katabi ko ngayon ang assistant coach mula sa Batangas City Embassy Chill, assistant coach Dino Ponce and Relay. Coach, good evening. You were leading before the first half ends, pero ngayon medyo down ang team nyo. Ano ba yung naging nangyari?
Well, probably because this is only the second game after a long while, no? So, baka medyo rusty, but it's not an excuse, no? So, syempre, home court advantage namin. So, yung kalaban namin, most likely, kailangan i-double ang effort nila, no? And ganun na nga nangyari. We tend to turn over the ball left and right. So, ganun na nga, nakahabol sila. No? Turnover points, medyo maganda yung turnover points nila.
I will make sure na kayo naman ang makakabawi going to the third and fourth quarter.
Well, as I said, home court namin to, we don't want to, ayaw naman namin ano yung mga fans namin, no? Na pumunta sila dito para supportahan kami. So, syempre, kailangan ibalik namin yung magandang laro para sa kanila, no? Sayang naman.
Nabanggit mo nga, coach, na nandito yung fans, so meron ka bang mensahe para sa kanila?
Well, it's not the end of the game yet. So, second half, tingnan natin. Ang promise lang namin, kami sa Batangas Embassy Chill, gagawin namin ng lahat na makakaya namin para manalo. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat and good luck, Assistant Coach Dino Ponce and Rile. Third and fourth quarter between Batangas City, Embassy Chill, and of course, Pasig sa pagbabalik ng Okay Bet Mpbl 2022.
Eksklusibo! Mainit-init na discount extended ngayong Mayo. Sa Satellite, 200 pesos off ang makukuha mo. Dahil ang Satellite Kit, 990 pesos na lang. Plus, may buy one take 2 months preload ka pa. Saan ka ba? Dito ka na sa Abot Gaya ang saya. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Punta na sa nearest dealer o tumawag sa sumusunod. Itodo na ang saya with Satellite!
This May on Paramount Network, we feel the need for speed. Feel the adrenaline rush with Action Fridays. Take to the skies, an Now Fly High weekend marathon featuring Catch 22. And no mission is impossible for the cruise control master. Take my breath away, Tom. May the need for speed be with you this May on Paramount Network.
Look out! Load your prepaid account now or scan the QR code to know our convenient loading options.
No reason to miss out on movie nights or your favorite weekly series when you link your Signal account on Signal Play. Just log in to signalplay.com, enter your Signal prepaid or postpaid account, and unlock the same awesome content right on your mobile device. Tara sa Signal Play. Link your account and get a free premium. Available to active postpaid plans 520 and up and prepaid loads 500 and up.
Beat the heat with super loaded deals from Signal. Earn a 300 cashback when you get a Signal postpaid plan. Or get 300 pesos discount on our Signal prepaid HD kit. Now for only 1,690 pesos. Enjoy up to 130 TV channels and extend the viewing experience with the Signal Play app. Now that's super. Subscribe today. Visit your nearest Signal store or call us at 888-5555.
Nagbabalik po tayo dito mga kaibigan sa Batangas City Coliseum in the beautiful province of Batangas. Here in the Ogbet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2022 regular season presented by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. And you're looking at our halftime highlights. Jason Milano, the bright spot right here for Pasig. Really driving inside, hitting from the outside, doing it all on the offensive end, and Ralph Olivares able to hit his stride from Rainbow Country as well. Jexter Apinan also trying to do his part in getting his team up. However, they are down by 2 points because of this guy. He caught fire towards the latter end of the second quarter.
Alam mo, Carlo Lastimosa, alam mo, maaasahan talaga, but Milano just sticks it in against Batangas time and time again. And this guy, Lucero, has just been a needle in Batangas' back, no? Ito, makikita natin ang stats, Javi, 33% for Pasig compared to 35 sa Batangas. Still Pasig being up. The turnovers, makikita natin 14 for Batangas, and this is one thing I wanted to point out because despite the inside points and everything else just being similar, no, it's the turnovers that we see that really makes a big problem dito sa Batangas kasi nakaka-score 10 points ang points of turnovers para sa Pasig.
And this is one thing that's working for them despite being down in the rebounding department. They are minus 11 talking about Pasig. And here are your leading scorers at the half. Jason Milano with 11, Carlo Lastimosa with 9, Alvin Baichong with 6, and Deo Lucero with 5 sa kabilang panig naman. Very balanced scoring on for Batangas City Embassy Chill. Levy Hernandez and Ralph Olivares leading them with 6, Jong Baloria with 5, and Jexter Abinan with 4.
Jong Baloria, alam natin nakakapag-score itong taong to, but tatatlo pa lang ang kanyang attempt. And he has to actually take the cudgels for his team. I know he plays unselfish basketball, but if they need points, he needs to start scoring for his team.
And you know, Coach, with a team that really sticks a lot to its system, pagdating ng mga ganitong dikdikan na laro, you really need your best offensive players to take the cudgels, you know, take control and demand the basketball so he can make plays for your squad.
Oo, totoo yun. Ang kagandahan lang kay Jong Baloria, yan, he has the task to really defend itong si Carlo Lastimosa, and he's doing other things like going for offensive rebounds or tapping the ball. But I'd like to see him more on the scoring side of it all dito sa second half.
Joshua Gonzalez passing at the last moment to Mark Cruz. Levy Hernandez gets a last-minute screen from Mark. Misses on the jumper. Pasig successful defensive possession on their first. Lucero gives it to Manzo. Manzo calls out the horns play. Ballesteros and Milano, the big men para dito sa Pasig. And it's Lastimosa, Lucero on the wings, and Manzo at the point for Pasig. Para naman dito sa Batangas City, it's Hernandez, Gonzalez, Ambuluto, Olivares, and Mark Cruz, the man in the middle for Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Smart move by Manzo using his quickness against Ambuluto. Talagang iiwanan kanyan. He's got great ability when it comes to his dribble drive moves. Itong si Manzo.
And you could notice, Coach, with the lineup that Coach Bong de la Cruz has, marami talagang instances during the game na gumagamit siya ng two-point guard setup, no? Kasi ang dami niyang guardia sa kanyang roster.
Ang dami siyang guardia, and he has bigs who are not quick. And Batangas has quick big men, and that's why he has to just, you know, try to take an advantage using the smaller guys that he has.
Levy Hernandez ending up with the offensive rebound, rattles out, but possession will still stay with Batangas City. And you can see, Coach, na talagang medyo off-rhythm pa rin yung opensa nitong Batangas City.
Well, big adjustment for Batangas. They lost one player who actually took control of the offense. This time, Olivares making an attempt. Nawala ang kanilang player, ang best player at that nung yung first game nila. He no longer plays for Batangas. He's now playing for another team. This time, everybody has to adjust and somebody has to step up.
And we all know that there are a lot of players on this Batangas squad that can really step up. It's just a matter of really doing it during this game.
Oo nga, alam mo, yan ang mahirap pag marami kasing magagaling.
Nagkakahiyaan pa.
Nagkakahiyaan. And that's one thing they need to throw away because that's respect. Throw away here, take control, and if you do well, it's respect. You gain the respect.
And the running game has been favoring Pasig really well, especially during the latter part of that second quarter. And in that instance, Carlo Lastimosa finishing once again. And here is another opportunity. Back there again, but misses on that try. Just a gimme right there for Carlo Lastimosa.
Yun nga, nababanggit natin, there's something wrong with that ring. That side of our basket, ang hirap makashoot. May tumatapik tong duwende.
Kailangan na talaga ipatingin yan mamaya, kaya ipabless siguro, no, Coach? June Mando thinking three, hesitates, hoists up that floater, another miss. Ballesteros with the offensive rebound, just really towering over everybody, that 6'7" frame.
Two efforts there by Ballesteros, allowing them to have second chance opportunities. Good game for the big guy attacking the boards.
And I think this is also one of the adjustments that Coach Bong de la Cruz wanted from his team at the half. That's why he had Jason Ballesteros starting this third quarter, as he wants his team to make an effort more on the rebounding end because alam niya na nakakatakbo naman sila. So to have more opportunities on the break, you have to have more defensive rebounds to finish your defensive possessions.
Kailangan talaga, pero ngayon in both ends, lahat attacking the boards. You know, we see now the small guys of Pasig running the fast break. And before I end what I say, turnover muna tayo kay Sheila.
Coach JV, thank you so much. Well, the turnovers committed by Batangas takes a toll on their performance, though they're making stops, sabi ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. What are their adjustments? Banggit niya, they have to tighten their offense, go away from stopping plays, and execute their game plans. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you for that report, Sheila Salaysay. And yun nga, Coach Cholo Villanueva mentioned that they have to do better on their offensive sets. No? Sinabi na namin ni Coach JV kanina na someone has to step up and be the leader for their team.
Oo, very tentative sila. Matuloy ko lang yung sinasabi ko. Ang Pasig ngayon, yung small guys are running the fast break. Habang earlier, the big men of Batangas were running the break. Ito makita lang, Levy Hernandez, all net.
Three-point shot right there for Levy Hernandez. That brings his total up to 9 points. Lucero on the baseline. Great drop pass to Jason Milano. This guy Lucero playing like a veteran.
And I like the way he pretends to shoot. Many would fake. He's not faking. He just makes those moves, making you think that he's gonna take the shot, getting you off your feet. And he dishes off to his open teammate. Sayang lang, hindi lang naitapos.
And Coach, you don't usually see that from a 21-year-old at this level, especially.
Yeah, you're brought here and you're playing in this kind of a scenario. You know, napakagandang panoorin.
And to think, Coach, na, you know, he came from the province. He's just 21 years old. I don't think he's played in front of a crowd like this. And ngayon na he is thrust into this kind of league at this level, playing against grizzled veterans who have seen a lot of basketball here in the Philippines. It's just really amazing.
And I think his confidence level is way up because he's being used, he's being given the go signal, highly supported by team management. Napakaganda. Napakaganda. And I just noticed na si Boss Buddy Encarnado sa corner cheering his team on. At natutuwa siya sa kilos ni Lucero.
Always the very supportive team owner itong si Boss Buddy Encarnado. Levy Hernandez trying to get into the lane, but he is stopped by the defense of Pasig. Olivares free for three. That is long. Ambuluto able to get the offensive rebound. Dipsy-do up and in para dito kay John Ambuluto.
You know, scary situation in that possession. It's just a one-man show by a person who has the ball. Unlike sa Pasig, they're rotating that ball, looking for an opportunity to score. Having said that, Carlo Lastimosa takes a shot without passing the ball. But I'd let Carlo Lastimosa do that all night.
Well, you know, if you're Coach Bong de la Cruz and you have a talent like Carlo Lastimosa, especially he's been hitting his baskets these past few possessions, maybe you'd give him a pass on shots like that.
Totoo.
You see here the replay on John Abuluto's leaner of a shot against the defense of Pasig rather. June Manzo setting up the table para dito sa Pasig. Gets a screen from Chan. Passes to Molano on the other end. Lucero up fake. Gets his defender up in the air but misses. Tyrone Chan is there for the cleanup but doesn't get into the basket. Excellent pass right there by Ralph Olivares to John Ambuluto, rewarding his big man for running the floor.
And that's how we started the first quarter, with the big men running to outrun those slower big men of Pasig. Ambuluto back to what he was doing well sa first quarter.
And coach, just the degree of difficulty on that pass by Ralph Olivares. Let's see that once again. You saw there was a defender. There was Tyrone Chan trying to go for that pass. Usually, you know, if I was the one making the pass, siguro bounce pass ang ibabato ko. That was a really hard chest pass to make.
Hard chest pass to a good receiver. Napakaganda tignan.
Great pass in great hands by Olivares and Ambuluto respectively. Meanwhile, substitutions here on the floor. MJ De La Virgen goes in for Joshua Gonzalez. More firepower here for Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Sorry, Javi, I just wanted to point out Batangas should do that more often. Run.
Ooh! Nahuli doon. Itong si Tyrone Chan, an extension of the forearm that really pushed MJ De La Virgen to the sidelines.
Tyrone Chan, momentum yun eh. I mean, the big guy, you know, you can give him the effort, give it to him that he has that effort. It's just that he will have to really extend his arm to get himself balanced.
De La Virgen sees the parting of the defense but misses a point-blank layup. Carlos Simosa bringing up the ball for Batangas. Receives a screen from Chan. Chan pops out, swings it to the corner to Costello. Short. Tamayo is there for the offensive rebound, but the interior defense of Batangas just preventing Pasig from getting another basket. Valoria.
You know, Jong Valoria, short as he is, great timing on the block. But sometimes you have to learn, even if you get the offensive rebound, doesn't mean you need to put it back up, especially when you have two defenders. But sadly for Tamayo, I believe it was napalpal siya at hindi niya na itapos ang kanyang attempt.
That's very right, Coach. You know, not even if you get the offensive rebound, you have to recognize the situation kung nandun ba yung depensa to block you or are you free to take the shot.
Tama yun. And sometimes it would help also to bring it back out, because if they run out on defense to the person you pass to, another pass can be made down to you for a better shot opportunity or shot attempt.
Meanwhile, Jexter Apinan, all air on that first shot. And the home crowd just not liking it. So let's see if Mr. Apinan can make do on his second free throw. 1 out of 2 from the line. A split for Jexter.
You wouldn't expect him to do that. But yun nga, sabi ko nga, binabanggit mo, bilog ang bola. Turnover situation, Batangas, 16 turnovers. And points of turnovers, makikita natin 12 na para sa Pasig. Ganda, nakakapag-capitalize ang Pasig sa turnovers ng Batangas.
Another missed floater right there for June Manzo. The lucky bounce is just not going the way of the white shirts. Valoria finds Ablaza. Ooh! And the crowd just goes wild. Excellent passing right there by Batangas City coach. 3-man touching the ball.
Which is what I was pointing to, no? Ngayon, pumapasa na sila. Courtesy of Jong Valoria. 10-0 run by Batangas.
You know, nip and tuck affair right here. But momentum seems to be swinging on the side of the home team because they are getting the crowd into it. Jong Valoria starting the action right there, finding Cedric Ablaza. Great hands and dropping it off at the last minute to Cedric Ablaza.
Suddenly makikita mo may extra pass, and extra pass makes it tougher for a defensive team to defend.
Because yung rotation coach ng depensa, no, just when you think that the offensive player will take the shot, ipapasa niya last minute, ma-off timing na talaga ang depensa niyan.
Totally different offense is what we see right now, no, from Batangas.
Meanwhile, Pasig gets the ball back here. Three-quarter court pressure defense being shown here by Batangas City. Manzo to Tyrone Chan against Ochea. Ochea seeing his first action of the game. Former Adamson Falcons. June Manzo with the shot clock winding down. Misses from straight away. De La Virgen against Costello. Gets a screen from Apinan. Cedric Ablaza is free from three. That is money. After making a great pass to Jexter Apinan, he makes a three-pointer. Lead is up to 4 for Batangas City, 45-41. Less than 3 minutes remaining in our third quarter.
Yan ang nagagawa ng ball rotation, just reacting to the defense. You constantly pass that ball, eventually the defense will stop defending. And there we see Ablaza all alone for that three-point shot. Ito makikita natin. Huminto na ang depensa. Ablaza all alone for the three.
And because Batangas City is playing a relatively smaller lineup compared to Pasig, Cedric Ablaza or maybe Jexter Apinan is at the 5 spot. Jason Ballesteros was stuck inside and could not catch up to challenge the shot of Cedric Ablaza.
Slower rotating man. Tama ka dun, Javi. And then I expected tong Batangas to run the fast break once they get the defensive rebound kasi alam nila Ballesteros is not a quick man. And they were successful doing that earlier.
So up to this point, very interesting pa rin how both coaches, Coach Paul de la Cruz and Coach Cholo Villanueva, play the matchup game because, you know, different setups of rosters that they have. Itong Pasig, they have quick guards, but they have tall guys who, you know, are not really as fast as the bigs nitong Batangas City.
Nabanggit mo nga chess game eh. Diba? Dumidiskarte ang mga coaches depende sa mga taong nasa loob. And you don't really know who's taking full control because it's the reaction of the players that actually dictate the tempo of the game. Napakagandang tignan.
Well, it has been a game of spurts. It has been a game of runs. No team wanting to give an inch. You know, both teams have a lot of veteran players. And, you know, yung pride ng mga taong to just to not give up as De La Virgen is blocked right there by Ballesteros.
Ballesteros playing great defense tonight. Talaga making his tall presence felt.
De La Virgen trying to redeem himself. But Ballesteros collars that rebound. Ooh!
I understand the motion. Ballesteros made the motion to run and his elbow connected sa mukha ni
Jong Baloria.
Jong Baloria.
Inadvertent elbow. I'm sure. I don't think there was an intention to hurt naman there, Coach. We see the replay right here.
Kasi sumundot. Great defense. He never stops on the play. It's just that trying to run after it.
You know, the natural motion to run. Talagang you're gonna swing your arm back. But dito kasi pag sa FIBA rules ang ginagamit natin, you don't really judge the intention, but you judge the action, Coach.
I don't think Ballesteros even knew na natamaan kasi, or probably he did know, but he knew it was not something he intended to do.
But until now, Jong Baloria still shaken up and sitting down there on our baseline.
Masakit yan. Masakit yan. Oh, luha ka talaga niyan. Putok ang ilong eh. Luha ka talaga niyan.
Shucks, Coach, have you experienced this in your playing days? Getting hit on the nose by an elbow?
No, I'm happy to still have my nose. And the
So
Lord,
you never had to wear a face mask for a broken nose?
wala pa, hindi pa uso face mask nung araw sa amin. Ano lang, mga tape, Luco Plus lang, Band-Aid, yun lang ang mga meron. Tahe, yes. Eyes, my lips, yes, but never sa nose.
And Coach Cholo Villanueva still arguing with our referees.
And it's like Jong Balor was doing great. He was really helping his team. When he entered, passing started. The passing started, and unselfish play led to this lead that they have.
So right now, a mandatory substitution has to be made for Jong Baloria. But up to now, Coach Cholo Villanueva still not plucking anyone from his bench.
Yeah, and he's really upset because I think Coach Cholo feels that maybe second motion or technical should have been called.
But our referees deciding not to call an unsportsmanlike foul. But I think it was just only an offensive foul ang tinawag. That's why possession will swing back to Batangas City. And finally, Coach Cholo Villanueva binunot si Ralph Olivares to replace the beleaguered Jong Baloria.
What a luxury, no? Nawala si Jong Baloria, pumasok naman si Olivares.
Olivares takes a dribble momentarily to get into rhythm. The referees deciding not to call a foul, but possession swings back swiftly dito sa Batangas City. De La Virgen finds Apinan at the top of the key. That is money for Jexter Apinan.
Jexter Apinan stepping into the shot.
Not really the best looking shot, but if it goes into the basket, we'll take it.
Oo nga. And after getting an air ball sa kanyang free throw, wala na. Absuelto na siya with this three.
Great job right there by MJ De La Virgen to draw the defense of Ryan Costello. And again, because the bigs of Pasig are wandering inside, they did not catch Dexter Apinan. Don't go away mga kaibigan. Score is 42-48. Timeout muna tayo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mpbl na.
Jexter Apinan hitting a three-point shot just as we went into that timeout, giving his team a 6-point advantage at this point of the match. 1:35 remaining dito sa third quarter. We are back here, the Akbat Mario Pilipinas Basketball League 2022 regular season presented by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Happy pala niyo po kasama si Coach JV Gayoso and Ms. Sheila Salaysay on the sidelines.
Alam mo, Javi, 15 assists ngayon sa Batangas habang 8 pa lang sa Pasig, and that's the reason why nakahabol at lumamang itong Batangas. Extra steps, stepping on the line for Carla Lastimosa.
And we will turn you over to Ms. Sheila Salaysay for a courtside update.
Yes, from the previous incident involving Jong Baloria, he suffered a broken nose. Well, the bleeding already stopped, pero ang sabi ng kanilang PT or team doctor, it is uncertain na makabalik pa siya to play for tonight's game. have you. And Coach JV?
Thank you for that report, Sheila. And that's very sad news that we heard for Jong Baloria. A broken nose. And Coach, you know that baka di na nga siya makabalik. But MJ De La Virgen just bringing this crowd alive once again with that corner three-point shot.
I know, nice reporting there, Sheila, but it's sad reporting as well, knowing that Jong Baloria is hurt. You know, ang hirap bumalik sa laro. Turnover caused by Batangas and scoring, but it's tough to enter pag bali ang ilong natin, because tendency dumudugo ka sa loob ng bibig mo. Here we see the three-point shot attempt.
MJ De La Virgen, the one hitting that three-point shot. And nobody home para dito sa Pasig. The crowd just really getting into play here in affecting the morale nitong Pasig. Getting those turnovers. In Batangas City, just able to capitalize. Three-point shot by MJ De La Virgen. And that three-point play opportunity made right by Cedric Ablaza.
Full court pressure now being applied by Batangas. And they have the right manpower to do it because everybody has quick feet, active hands dito sa Batangas.
And I'm sure Coach Solo Villanueva really constructed his roster very well to his liking. Ayon sa brand ng basketball na gusto niyang laruin. Jason Milano driving inside, finding Deo Lucero, but Tyrone Chan getting the offensive rebound, misses as well. 3 attempts by Pasig, going for naught. 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Lucero giving up the foul against De La Virgen. Both teams now in the penalty.
Well, Lucero has to understand, you cannot prevent an offensive player a path. You just have to back up. You can't just stop and allow him to bump you time and time again. Bench scoring right now, 29 points from Batangas, 7 from Pasig. At lagi natin nabanggit, even nung umpisa, ang bench scoring ng Batangas talaga mataas because nga deep bench itong Batangas team.
MJ De La Virgen makes good on his free throws. 6.2 seconds remaining in our third quarter. Can Pasig write the final sentence of this third chapter? Milano trying to go inside, but he just doesn't have enough time. Even if that basket went in, it wouldn't have counted. Batangas City Embassy Chill making a run for it in this third quarter, led by this guy, the veteran, Jexter Apinan. 10 points, 4 out of 6 from the field, 5 rebounds. Coach, what an amazing performance. He has been doing it from everywhere.
Yes, taking advantage of his quickness, speed, and size. Ang hirap talaga siyang habulin. That's why nakakapag-score siya ng ganon.
Score is 55-42. Batangas City Embassy Chill up by 7 points to end our third quarter. Hang in there, folks. We have the fourth quarter coming right back to you after these messages.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl!
And we are back here live at the Batangas City Coliseum for the fourth quarter of the second game of this doubleheader dito sa Akmet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2022 regular season. As we hear the quarter scoring between both squads, Pasig in Batangas. Batangas now up by 13 points at this point. June Manzo missing from the right wing. So it remains to be seen if Pasig can bounce back from that flat end of a third quarter. And itong Batangas City naman, can they sustain the effort and energy that they brought towards the end of that third period? And it looks like they can. Cedric Ablaza conniving with his buddy Dexter Apinan to score inside.
Dinadissect na lang ang depensa, no? Using their height, moving that ball around. Much faster talaga to move that ball around rather than trying to dribble through a defense. Carlo Lastimosa taking that three and making it much needed basket for his team.
Lead is down to 12 points. 8:46 dito sa ating fourth quarter. De La Virgen finds Olivares at the post against Lastimosa. They're looking to tire out the top gunner nitong Pasig. And they fish for a foul against the former King Blazer.
Javi tumira earlier ito si Carlo Lastimosa. 3 of 14 na ngayon. 3 of 15 na ngayon para sa Pasig. 8 of 25 naman para sa Batangas. 48 rebounds to 34. Favoring Batangas as well. Everything else is basically more or less the same. Turnovers lang, 16 for Batangas, yet they're up. Another turnover, 17 na para sa Batangas.
But the difference here, Coach, towards the end of that third quarter and here at the start of the fourth, as there is a jump ball called by our referees, is that Pasig has not been able to really capitalize on those turnovers that they have forced against Batangas City.
Yes, that's so true, no? Nakaka-recover agad ang depensa nitong Batangas.
And Pasig looking to put points on the board to trim this 12-point deficit against Batangas City. Manzo to Lastimosa. De La Virgen up in his grill. Backing him up. Lastimosa. Release pass to Manzo. Shot clock winding down. And that is going to be a 24-second shot clock violation for Pasig. Forced turnover by Pasig, but a turnover committed by the white shirts on their offensive end. So Batangas City has another chance to pad on to this 12-point lead.
Great hounding defense ina-apply ngayon kay Lastimosa. And once he stops the dribble, a second man comes.
And mukhang coach kaya nahihirapan rin itong Pasig to get anything going offensively as De La Virgen tries to get the shot. Offensive rebound there by Dexter Apinan. Every time Carlo Lastimosa gets the ball, they drop down to a zone.
Preventing him from penetrating and just hounding him to take a tough three-pointer or make an extra pass, which happened earlier. Manzo forcing that shot, which time clock remaining.
Pasig not really doing anything to make the defense of Batangas City work. Ralph Olivares against the much smaller June Manzo. Ochea sees a mismatch at the post against Lastimosa. But a hook will be called by referee Bernas at the baseline.
Even from our angle, kitang-kita talagang hinok niya. Nakaka-frustrate. You know, you see a smaller Carlo Lastimosa guarding you and you think it's easy to out-defend, outplay him.
We will turn you over now to courtside to Ms. Sheila Salaysay for an update.
Yes, Javi, though showing frustration during the huddle, still Coach Bong de la Cruz encouraged his men maniwala sa play na binibigay niya. Meron pa silang minutes for this fourth quarter. Huwag madaliin, may oras pa to make stops and get their runs. balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila.
That's
Maybe,
right. A lot of time still left here, Coach. An eternity of basketball, ika nga.
Oo nga, at nakikita siguro ni Coach na mga players niya is not following to a T yung kanyang hinanda in preparation to play Batangas.
Now, Coach, this is the problem I noticed with Pasig. Whenever they try to match itong small ball ng Batangas City, sila naman ang nahihirapan rebound.
Nahihirapan talaga sila because at saka agile talaga ang mga players nitong Batangas. Here we go. Running game again. Naiwan na 3 players ng Batangas. Buti naka-recover ang Pasig on these.
De La Virgen against Lastimosa. He will call out a play. Apinan offering the screen. Just a tad bit too long on that pass by De La Virgen to Apinan.
Maganda intention, maganda ng role ni Apinan. It's just that tama ka, sobrang lakas lang ang pasa.
Lucero nagmamadali dito para sa Pasig. He finds Lastimosa at the left corner. That shot is partially blocked by Ablaza. Milano working hard inside. Much needed basket for Pasig. 59-49 is our score. 10-point advantage. 6 minutes and change remaining dito sa ating fourth quarter. Ralph Olivares trying to milk that mismatch against June Manzo. See here Jason Milano catching that attempt by Carlo Lastimosa, drop stepping into the shaded area and laying it up and in. Ambuluto comes in for Jexter Apinan. Substitutions for Coach Cholo Villanueva. Ablaza free on the left wing. That's long. Manzo with the rebound. Ooh, out of control once again. Olivares, he will try a 3. Ochea, offensive rebound, just rattles out.
Batangas is taking control of every aspect of this game. Etong fourth quarter na ito, they're getting second chance opportunities, steals, extra effort, extra hustle plays. Everybody is moving right now for Batangas. Napakagandang tignan.
And Coach, rebounding story, I'm looking at it right here. 53-36. Pasig is a -17 on the rebounding department. And whenever you are down by this much sa rebounding aspect ng laro, it will be very hard for you to take control of a game the way that Batangas City is. I mean, sobrang contrasting ito dun sa una nating laro where Makati Manila Kingpin was down by such also a big margin in the rebounding department but still managed to get away with a win.
Napakaganda nga at napaka-iba ang ipinapakitang dalawang game sa gabing ito.
Contrasting styles, contrasting games, contrasting outcomes, but still great action in these both games. I'm sure all the fans are being treated to such great action dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Batangas City, Ochea to Ambuluto, great hook pass. Big to big connection once again for Batangas.
Extra passing.
Attracting the defense right there was Ochea, and all alone was John Ambuluto underneath for the easy lay-in. Lead is pushed to 14 points once again, 63-49. Timeout muna ang Pasig. We will be right back. Hang in there.
4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl!
No reason to miss out on movie nights or your favorite weekly series when you link your Signal account on Signal Play. Just log in to signalplay.com, enter your Signal prepaid or postpaid account, and unlock the same awesome content right on your mobile device. Tara sa Signal Play. Link your account and get a free premium. Available to active postpaid plans 520 and up and prepaid loads 500 and up.
I think it's important that they have good defensive pressure.
And it's a mystery on how to block this left-handed opposite spiker.
110 kilograms. 6'5" Peter. Yes. Aman Pilipinas!
And we are back here at the Batangas City Coliseum in the beautiful province of Batangas, where Batangas City Embassy Chill, the home team, up by 14 points against the debuting Pasig. Lucero trying to get his team back into the game, but another botched offensive attempt. Turnover, however, by Ochea. A chance here for Pasig. Melano to Manzo. Lastimosa gives it to Melano. Lucero is underneath, but the defense is there. Lastimosa, 3 for 3. That is short. Rudy Lingganay back in the game. He has seen a lot of bench time, but hasn't really had enough reason to get back into the game because Batangas City has been doing a wonderful job of controlling this match, Coach.
Oo nga, maganda rin. Jong Baloria, I guess, if he was still in here, able to play, Pinan probably, Lingayan probably would not enter anymore. Tama ka dun, ang ganda ng ginawa ng teammates nila dito sa Batangas. And that's why I guess last few minutes na lang siya ipinasok ni Coach Cholo.
Less than 4 minutes remaining here dito sa ating pangalawang laro here in our doubleheader dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. And June Manzo trying to cut into that lead. 14 points once again ang kalamangan nitong Batangas City, but time not on the side of Pasig. Batangas City slowing it up, trying to play the clock as they should.
I was just about to say the same thing. Suddenly, bumagal ang tema ng itong Batangas, killing time, and at the same time, just waiting for the right opportunity, right time to score.
Well, previously, Coach, diba, they were playing up and down. Whenever they get the defensive rebound, alam nila mabagal yung mga bigs ng Pasig, so they would run and they would get a lot of easy baskets. Pero ngayon, na malaki na ang kalamangan na punda nila, they can now slow up the pace and afford to play the clock.
They can afford talaga to play that clock, no? Dahan-dahan na lang. Ngayon, papipilitan palalo, tumira ng tres itong Pasig team. They have no other choice. So all Batangas needs to do is spread out their defense and stop that opportunity to take the three.
Well, this is an opportunity that they should capitalize on. 0 out of 2 from the line was Don Ochea. Melano trying to find Manzo. Manzo back to Melano. Melano 3 for 3. Kaboom! Coach Jason Melano has only hit 7 points since the first half.
Well, matagal din siyang nakaupo, no? And actually, itong Batangas clogged up the middle, preventing him from scoring. A lot of his points came from penetration. This time, he has no choice but to make that three, or take that three.
Recycled basketball falls in the hands of John Ambuluto, and he gets a basket to further the cushion that Batangas City has. 13 points ang kalamangan, 67-54. We're nearing the 2-minute mark of our fourth quarter. Lastimosa hits from the right side, back-to-back 3-pointers para dito sa Pasig.
Like I mentioned, no choice na. Pasig has to take those threes.
But Coach, we are not counting out the boys of Coach Bong de la Cruz just yet. This is just a 10-point lead. It's so much time still left on the clock. We have seen weirder things happen.
Sorry, Javi. Totoo yun. And he has the players who can shoot the three.
And another stop here forced by Pasig. Let's see if they can capitalize. Carlos Timosa hit a three from earlier. Receives a screen from Ballesteros. That looks short upon release pa lang. Batangas City ends up with a rebound. Rudy Linganay, the veteran that he is, sets up his troops. They will wind down the shot clock. Screened by Ambuluto. Ball is still with Linganay to Ablaza. That is short. Manzo trying to get the defensive rebound, but Olivares just at the right place at the right time. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Batangas City. Does Ochea know it? Pasig ends up with a rebound. Lucero in transition. He is met by a lot of blue shirts. Melano to Manzo. Swing to the left. Lastimosa puts the ball on the floor. Spin move inside. And that Dipsy-do able to get the defense off timing. Draws a foul. He will troop to the line. Coach, 51.4 seconds left. 2 free throws here for Carlo Lastimosa.
I like the hard foul. I like the hard foul, not allowing Carlo Lastimosa to release and make a 3-point opportunity. No? Napakaganda. Yan ang tamang foul. When you foul on an offensive player, make sure he doesn't get to release that ball.
And Coach, hard foul is different from hurting your opponent.
Yes, totoo yun. Yun ang wag na wag nating
Iba talaga.
gawin.
Pag sinasabi ng coach mo na sulitin mo yung foul, hindi ibig sabihin nasaktan mo yung kalaban mo.
Wag lang may mga iba kasi sinasayang ang foul tapos napapatira pa yung na-foulan mo. That is something coaches hate.
And it looks like Batangas City will end up with a victory right here. Carlos Lastimosa missing on both charities. Battle for possession right here. Ends up with Jexter Apinan. Blocked there by Jason Ballesteros. And both players are down on the floor. It is Ambuluto and Milano who is holding on to his head. And that is not always a good sign. Jason Milano still sprawled on the floor right here. And there looks to be blood on his lips, Coach.
Tama ka doon. Mukhang may putok. Let's try to see kung makita natin.
There was battle for ayun, nagkabanggaan ng ulo. Ooh. That's very unfortunate, Coach, that an incident like this would happen na time winding down sa ating laro. And we had Jong Baloria already come out with a broken nose. Ngayon naman si Jason Milano, but he looks to be okay. He's now on his feet.
At pareho lang silang humahabol sa bola.
Yeah, yun nga eh. Well, parang nobody had the intention to hurt naman. 20 seconds left here. It looks like the outcome has been decided, but Nobby Lucero still trying to get his team to this victory, but Batangas City will hold on in the final seconds of this match. 3, 2, 1, and that is it for the second game of our doubleheader. Just intense action from the first game to the second game. Batangas City ending up victorious in front of their home crowd. Di nila pinahiya ang kanilang mga fans.
Oo nga. Alam mo, exciting in a different way. It's nice to see Batangas winning here sa kanilang home court. But great effort by Pasig team playing all out as much as they could and trying to play that chess game that you kept mentioning, because nga they had to adjust itong Pasig team sa lineup na pinapasok ni Coach Cholo for Batangas.
Yeah, Coach, and despite the loaded lineup that Batangas City had, Pasig kept in step with them throughout the whole game. In fact, holding the lead at some points of the match despite, short preparation time going into this league.
Right. Yun nga, lahat actually have to make that adjustment.
As we see here, the highlights of Jexter Apinan, who is the best player of the game. He really was all over the floor in this game, slashing to the hole, hitting three-pointers, drawing fouls. And our best player of the game, Jexter Apinan, is with Miss Sheila Salaysay. Sheila?
Yes, tama ka dyan, Javi. Nasuklian ang efforts ng mga Batanggenyo dito sa Coliseum dahil hindi naging chill ang Batangas City, resulting to their second win for this season. At nabanggit mo nga si Jexter Apinan, ang best player of the game. Jexter, congratulations! Naging siso battle yung storya ng laro ninyo. Pero ano ba yung pinaka naging challenge at paano nyo nagawa itong paraan?
Yun nga, dumikit yung Pasig, lumamang pa. Yun ang sinabi lang ni Coach Cholo sa amin, magdepensa lang kami, sundin lang namin yung pinapagawa niya. Ayun, sigurado mananalo kami.
Kaya naman pwede ka nang magpasalamat at bumati sa inyong mga fans.
Siyempre, una-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niya sa aming lakas, sa pag-guide niya sa amin na hindi kami na-injury. Ganon din sa kalaban. At siyempre sa lahat ng mga Batanggenyo, para sa inyo itong panalo na to, sa kay Kong, kay Mayor, sa pamilya ko, sa asawa ko si Angeli, sa dalawang anak ko si Aidan tsaka si JJ, yung kambal ko na kapatid, happy birthday sa inyong dalawa, kay Ate Ice, family Apinan, family Lapitan, Regalado family, sa lahat-lahat ng mga family ng mga teammate ko at coaching staff, management namin, ingat kayo lahat. Thank you.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, our best player of the game, Jexter Apinan. Pang ilang araw pa lang natin dito sa Mpbl 2022 pero napakainit ng mga labanan. Balik sa inyo, Javi and Coach JV.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Congrats once again to Jexter Apinan and the Batangas City Embassy Chill for going 2-0 dito sa 2022 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League regular season. 67-60 ang score. And we have games on Saturday, Coach, that we will look forward to this time at the Inares Center in Antipolo City. So mga taga-Antipolo, please troop to the venue if you are there. We have Caloocan going up against Zamboanga in our first game. That's at 7 p.m. And in the nightcap, 9 o'clock p.m. Sarangani going against Rizal. So catch that on Saturday, May 21, 2022.
Napakagandang mga games yun, Javi.
That's right, Coach JV. And for my partner, Coach JV Gayoso, for Ms. Sheila Salaysay, our courtside reporter, and for all the hardworking men and women of our broadcast crew in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, this has been Javi Malanya saying good night. Thank you for watching the Mpbl, Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.
Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon.